anaishi Northeastern Coast, Kisumu, Garissa, those areas, Dar es Salaam, because I've been in Dar. Nilienda Dar es Salaam in 2016. That was a long time ago, by the way. So hizi places, environment, weather yenye huko, climate yenyewe ni hot and humid. And kuna people living with hyperhidrosis in those areas. Kuna mwenye najua ako Marsabit, kuna mwingine ako Samburu. I have another one in Moyale, and Moyale ni huko kwa border ya Kenya going to Ethiopia, right at the border. And I have another client in Mombasa. I have another one in Kisumu. If you visit these areas, these regions, the weather there is hot and humid. Hata kama kunanyesha, but ile humidity iko huko, especially northeastern, because it's a desert kind of humidity, desert kind of climate yenye iko huko, hiyo joto. Alafu sasa ongeza jua, them they're used to that weather, so for you inaweza kuwa a bit different. Hata kuna watu wana suffer heat stroke and such like stuff. Or even if you go to Lodwar area, Turkana, hizo area zote, the weather huko, it's unforgiving, it's hot. Huko at night you have to leave the fan running. For those who have been at the coast, I think unaelewa vile weather inakuwaga huko. Now, you live in such areas and you have excessive sweating, whether it's on the palms, whether it's on the underarms, or any other area of the body. The question is, how do you deal with sweat issues when you're living in such areas in terms of treatment? If level 1 treatment doesn't work, what do I do? So for someone who sweats a lot on the underarms, I have a client in Moyale. Satin Dry, the PM version, has always been his go-to product. Yo ununua, hata anaweza nunua kama mbili. There's a time I think he bought 3. And I'm pretty sure nindaona a phone call from him anytime soon requesting for Satin Dry. So this means Satin Dry is working for him perfectly. There was a time he tried, which brand was this? Zero Sweat, prior to the whole fiasco with them shipping empty bottles for us. Alijaribu Zero Sweat, but alirudi back to Satin Dry because he has already identified this is the product that is working for me. Now, if I talk about my client mwenye ako Marsabit, my client has tried different products, has tried Sweat Block, has tried Cape. Naona ametry hizo different brands. Hazikumpatia the 100% result alikuwa anatafuta, but we are looking at one giving 50%, another one giving 60 to 70%. And this is a very hot, humid place. And the way they address it, wao niambia, there are so many people with sweat issues. It's just that they don't know where to seek help or even how, or where do they start? Because, people are embarrassed. Ikifika ni story na sweat, I think people are so embarrassed. How do I do it? How do I tell someone that I sweat a lot on the palms? Watani accept? How are they going to receive me? How are they going to receive this information that I'm giving them? How are they going to react? And so there are so many who, I don't know whether they're okay with vile wako or they just got used to it. However, the information I receive is there are so many people with sweat issues, especially around those areas, the regions where it's hot and humid. With the client mwenye niko naye Samburu, Zero Sweat, the Zero Sweat with the issue, the one they shipped empty bottles, even though like her favorite. Of course, I'll try and see how I'm going to support this particular individual. But What I'm trying to explain is just dealing with treatment levels when you reside in these regions. What coping mechanisms are best suited for you? Of course, you have to hydrate. That is the number one thing. A lot of water, plenty of it. Double in, triple in, quadruple in all your fluid intakes. That is a no-brainer. Number two, you have to wear those loose clothes, For instance, kama hii t-shirt nimevaa, it's very breathable because currently sahi Nairobi, it's hot. The weather is very hot. So yeah, it's very breathable. So I can imagine someone residing in those areas. You need something that is very light and very breathable, because you don't want to wear anything heavy. Number two, fragrances. It's also a good option. Include it in your regimen. I've always insisted include fragrances in your regimen if you reside in those areas. Depending on the area where you experience excessive sweating, if it is your palms, you can try the topical treatments. However, if you react to lotions, then antiophoresis machine will be the best solution for you. As a matter of fact, for people residing in those areas, or even in general, for the hyperhidrosis family, if you struggle with sweat, antiophoresis is the best long-term treatment. For individuals in those areas, because the weather kunanyesha, na hiyo imerime weather. Yeah, so if you reside in such regions where it's hot and humid, so even if kutanyesha, still bado kuna ile humidity. So antiophoresis machine will be very ideal. Oral medication may not be the best option because you're trying to stop sweat by taking anticholinergic medications, which they do not target specific places. They control the whole body sweat. You're in a hot, humid environment where definitely you're going to sweat. But now you're taking anticholinergic medication, which now affected areas of your body, the unaffected areas become affected. Oral medication, I don't think is the best fit if you reside in such areas. What you need is either topical treatments, depending on the area of focus, and antiophoresis machine. That will be the best and ideal solution for you. Okay, and I think I've touched on fragrances. Yes, I have. Triggers. Tuna revolve around the same thing. Triggers. Watch your triggers. You know what triggers your sweat. Try and navigate and find possible solutions on how to deal and manage with your sweat triggers. If you remove all those things, utapata una struggle sana na sweat. If you fix in your mind that even if I do this stuff, bado sita achieve results, even ndo itakuwa. However, if a client who lives as far as kwa border ya Kenya na Ethiopia is able to achieve successful results in their sweat reduction, I don't see why you shouldn't. It's possible. It can be achieved. I have another client in Kisumu. Ana sweat sana kwa mikono and underarms. Na amekuwa akipata solutions, the best solutions with topical treatments. It is possible. For me, I believe it's possible. It's just that you have to try. You have to try. It's up to you to try. Let me know what you think. Is there anything that I've left in terms of treatment for people living or residing in such hot and humid environments? I don't know. Maybe you guys can share, engage. Let us engage. Let me know how you deal with your sweat if you reside in hot and humid environments. I think that is the best question. How do you deal with your sweat if you reside in those hot and humid environments? Let us share how we do it. And maybe I can do a video where I can just go through the responses and, share it with the wider family. You like this video, share it, and sort without shame. See you later. See you soon.